Hi everyone and welcome back to Aethus. We were gonna take a look at something I found on the map here. That was over here. See if we can find it, but I think that was the entrance and the big meteor hole there. So I'm thinking we're going down into the mines again and see what we can find and see if we can't go further that we are right now, to be honest. So let's see what we have here. We have some food and so yep. There we go. Then we have some crafting on the way as well. So let's go down here. Been a while since I played this, so I need to check over a little bit what we had and not had. So need a robot for that one, and then we're gonna need there's some more. We need cash anyway, so let's mine something on the way here. Oh, right, yeah. We're gonna fix it. It's been a while since I played this this game, but it's very much very nice game that I've been waiting to come back into. So, I think we're gonna try to fix that door, just to have a air supply down here. And see what we can find here. Interesting. Also, I did play a little bit on a different saver, and these machines here is giving you a buff, which is suit overcharge, and it makes you move 15% faster for 3 minutes if you stand here and load it up to maximum, which is a really good thing to have in this place, because all the movement speed means that you can travel further to do things that you need to do. I'm gonna just get my gear and my oh, I've already been over here. Okay, so we have to go back down maybe. Just filled up with some more resources so we don't just waste time. I found out that one way to earn some extra cash in the beginning is to sell all the geodes they get. Oh, not the geodes, the gems and so on, like these ones. You need them later for crushing them, but they're worth rather well. These are much more nice to sell because you don't need them at all. But it's a fast income in the beginning, but you also have some other things that you can do. Sadly, you can't sell food, which would have been also you can make food and then just sell that on.
Maeve, watch your oxygen levels.
But I think they haven't applied that just because it might make it a bit too on cash to get. So yeah. Let's see here. Let's go up. We chuck this into our base and look if there is something that we can trade already. I missed to check what I have upgraded in this save, and not because I've been playing.
This call will be recorded.
Guess who?
Oh, hey Trudy. Do you have another delivery contract for me?
Yes, ma'am. Since you did such a good job on the last one of our executives has requested you specially. Now, Mr. Lamchick is a big collector of all kinds of things, but particularly animals.
Right. I haven't seen many animals around here.
No, the desert heat is too much for most. But there is one particular species that lives in the canyons and caves which he has a particular interest in. He needs their eggs. For his menagerie, obviously. Not to eat. That would be weird.
Yeah, super weird. Who would do that?
Anyway, you might have seen them left in little dens they like to make. Mr. Lamchick has requested a number of these eggs with a few spare. They tend to die young. Not his fault, naturally. Bring the eggs to the trade node, Maeve, and your next payment will be even better than the last one. Mr. Lamchick really wants those eggs. Speak soon.
So you find these in the first cuts that you can go on for the small nodes, and they are 200 each, and you find quite often these ones in the machinery. So what I did in the other save is to sell them, because you crush them. You crush one of those in this machine, and it becomes 4 rupee powder. So you don't lose the quality, because you sell 4 of these for 200 as well, but the price is the same. I just prefer to keep it. I still don't know that it sells for so a bit more, when you sell them like this, you just sell them directly. You don't use them into something. But we do have quite a lot of them right now. So we don't need them. But later on we'll need more of them. So what you can do is just sell them off like this, and just keep an income to continue the journey. But then when you need more of these powder, you just start that up again and start accumulating some more of that powder, because you can do that rather fast. I mean, just in a fast little run before find 4 of them. But you can get that really fast if you go through everything of them and just get that done. So what we need to do, we need to have a drone. This is also another one to get faster when you go down into the holes. You need to find these items where you can craft them to optimize. Like you have that stone crusher there. You can just craft some of the things that you need and make it easier, because the drone will then drop off the items here, and then you go and just pick it up. So what you need is one of these to have as a cargo base for the drones to drop the stuff off, and then you need a cargo drone to drop it off then, and so you don't have to go as much to go there and empty the machine that does it, and then later on you can just, when you have been down in the mines, this will maybe be full, and the machine in the cave will be full. That's 60 for these one and 20 for the machine, so that's 80 of resources that will just come to you. So you just chuck that into the processes later on. Then they, I like how they made the game overall, because you have this welfare habitat. So if you rest here, you get the well rested buff. You do have a cargo habitat that you get 25% more cargo for things that you have in there. Greenhouse have a chance to. They have made like you need to build these specific houses to be able to continue some of it. I'll use this one in my other save, and it's really nice to have like 25% extra resources in the machinery. So like these ones.
Let's go!
Ah, that little drone. So 40% here, 40 here, and then extra 25% of that is these can now hold 50, and these can hold the up to 100, not 100, but 90 something. So every time you up something, it will up with 25%. There are big containers later on that you also have seen in the other, the first house there in the cave is 600. Like 25% of that is a nice chunk, which is 750 total. So I mean, it really are useful to have these different kind of housings, which also makes it a bit fun, because you really need to loop around what you want to have in where. But let's take a more look here. We have a full container now with these. So instead of just continue looping that when we don't need it right now, we could just sell it off and earn some extra cash, and then we just accumulate some more, because we don't need it right now. We have quite a lot of the resources for now. But we need a drone. But we also needed to make that this one, servo. So we need to find gold, do that, and we need to make 3 of these to make 1 servo. So we're gonna go down and kick it off some more. Just gonna go in here and toss off some cooking materials. Let's see where did we place the cooking materials in this place? Ah, there. So that It's also a thing that is very nice. So depending on how you do, if you find a lot of food on there, it's really nice to have these. But I also talking in the other game that I didn't want that Clan Cola, not Clan Cola, Arc Cola. I found those to be really helpful in that regard, that they give you. They don't just give you some of the stamina and nutrition and some hydration. No, they take away hydration. They also give you a buff, which is movement speed. So all the things that you can get for getting more movement speed is going to help you a lot in this. It's because that's sometimes it's far for you to run, that you need to run to places, and that makes it a bit more challenging to gather up. So let's gather these to get some more of these red stones. These ones, dust ruby. And also a thing that I would recommend is pick every mushroom that you can find. The more mushrooms you can get, the more sweet you can get. The more sweet you can get is making the game easy. Down here and you wait. How much it? I see no stuff. They have different depending on what the stamina towards, but I think that was more a bit like also how good you can hold your oxygen.
Running low on air.
Some more. This is what the habitat is really nice to have, because right now Let's see. Look into that. I will. They did open it up. So it goes faster to make these. The steel can only take part full of them, but it makes it fast. Well, in the big warehouse where you maybe want to make 20 to up to 100 of these, or if you're making these, so they are the bigger containers. Yeah, we have these large crates in 110. 100, almost 140 I think it is when it's in the storage, and these are 600. So when you're using these later on, you can much easier plow up a big container storage. But Playz, because we're gonna come later when Playz. But I just you don't. Also makes it easier to take care of what you have here and continue. So I'm gonna sell those two. I don't know if we also sell those. I've been selling those in my other game, but I think I'm gonna actually just You that remember, we found the egg. Same down there, we have another one that you can later on build. So when you see these machines here, you see here that all good atmosphere. Some places fun, like that one. But you can battery, so you toss it in the battery, and they will come with it again. Also, one thing that I noticed in my other save is when you find these water puddles and you shoot the veins that is inside them, double check. Basically.
What do you mean?
Well, you wouldn't have to stay here on Aethus, I guess. You could do anything you wanted.
I suppose I hadn't thought that far ahead.
gonna take me with you on your richer-than-God adventures, though, right?
Of course, mate. We're in this together.
Only reason I'm moving this is in my other save I just found it was much easier to have the two production next to each other and then just be able to stand here to craft everything, and over there is the place where you order your things. Just makes it faster to go through, and the construction type of the area. So like this, we have 120 of this dust, and it's almost 6,000 or so. It's 6,000. But it's a really nice one to sell if you want to, instead of that. So just keep selling them when you have I would say maybe a full bucket of them, or full container of them. You can just continue selling. Like if you don't need silica for now, right now, also it's also there. Just sell them. So you can earn a lot of items from whatever you want. Oxide is a thing that you will need a lot of later on, so I wouldn't sell that. I would just pile that. These are a food that is I don't know. I didn't notice that. So that's something that would also, but you need eggs in the beginning at least. So let's sell that as well. But we're gonna focus on this one to get a lot of more of these upgrades, because that's gonna help you so much in this area. And if you get dirty, you move slower and everything goes down, which is why you have that water spray, so you get sprayed when you go inside. But this one also halves the speed of the which your suit becomes dirty, which is not in the debuff that you are. So feathers, which is when you sometimes you can bug out the thing, and that just shoots away speed and just it's not that much that you can do about it. But when you have this one fully up with Ron, sorry, Roland's tethers, they shoot away rather far and accumulate items that you knocked away from me. But let's see if there isn't a thing or two we can actually drop off, because we don't need it. I have never used the glow stick, so I will actually... no, we're gonna keep those. But we don't need 2 of those on us. Never use these at all down there. So let's keep those there. So now we are down to 4.5 kilos on carrying that we are doing. So let's continue and some more stuff. We can actually make that motion item. So we need to go down and get some gold. Gold is what you find down here when you have gone past the first level here. So this is why it's gonna be helpful to upgrade your... Either you go for the air supply higher, or you try to find just enough so you can open up this area, because that's a air duct for us as well. So let's see here. Like here, that now you see that items are down underneath the water, and it doesn't pick them up just because it's for some reason it goes like a that a robot don't see them for some reason. So let's go down. What's that? And just fastly pick up something. We have gold now. And we get one more node maybe. There we go.
Maeve, watch your oxygen levels.
Yep, exactly. There we had another one, small one. Oh, let's go up. I also found these is very good. These are made by biomass and the yellow stones that I sold off yet before. So it's a good way if you are running low on air and being a bit more panicked. You can pop one of those. It gives you 10% more movement speed for 1 minute. But it can really help you in the switch. But also these ones, oxygen domes, are really good as well. If it will be like the opposite, it's kind of hard. I have one possibility to just venture down to almost 0, then you pop that. Doesn't feel that much.
Wonder if that tremor unearthed anything interesting.
Can't remember if we've seen those tremors before, but those tremors are really good because that means that we can now venture forth even further and not venture forth, we can go into the old where you have been. Promise. Yeah, gonna have to get a bunch of items here. Just because we don't have anything to place them. So we're gonna place those there. One little tip.
Look at this baby. Not bad work if I do say so myself.
That's a lovely servo, Maeve. Nice work. Let's install it into the door of that habitat by the cliff elevator and get inside.
I think I'm gonna go for a more wind-based power generation in this one, because I went for the first power generator, give 3, but it's needed. Power generation.
Open sesame.
So this one we have. That's kind of weird. It should say, but this is an old log, I think. This one should maybe say that it's active because in So I'm just gonna leave them up here for some seconds. So if you want to read this for yourself, and if you're a slow reader or so on, just pause the video and then you can read them in your own pace. So don't be panicked that I just buzzed through them. You can just pause. Paste there. This is where we are right now. We have this, we open this area. Kind of that they have done the personal logs and the discovery logs. It makes it easier to fast, like now when I came back to this save after a long while, to just see where are you and what is it that you are going to do next. Need to do that. And once again we have this machine here, which is also helping us with 3 minutes of faster movement speed. Do right. Battery up. And I don't think it's a set timer for that one on the earthquakes, because I went in the other game and it almost popped. Had to stop, do nothing for a while to be able to continue.
I'll need some more air soon.
But I will. Nutrient bars is I will just pop in here.
look, Roland. A passage. It seems to slope upwards.
I wonder where it goes. Only one way to find out. Maeve, your air supply is running out.
Where are we? Wait, I recognize this area. The outpost is just over there.
Oh, that's an excellent little shortcut.
I think I could whip up a little ramp to get us back up here from ground level. We could put down some platforms to speed up our return to the outpost even further.
Good idea. There should be plans available from the trade node.
Actually, yeah, no, I will try that one instead. I will go for this one. Should actually start building towards these to actually have a cargo bay and just need to get items to us. But a bit of a struggle. We kind of need to go for these ones anyway. So let's go for that to make it easy for us to make the power generation. We're also gonna unlock. I can't buy those yet. Okay, so we need to be level 2 to be able to upgrade it. Okay. I want a... So there is a lot of things that you can make. Like there are, which is something that I find very funny in this game, that you have so much to do. Oh, I should vote that one. Okay, let's do this way then. also have that one, which is the customization kiosk. Let's... into the inventory a little bit. Okay. So where do we want to go towards? So something that I made is kind of cool, but they are... Can't place these well together because you have that one there. It can only be like between middle, possibly, because you can't place them too close. I want to keep this one where it is. Can't move this entire thing, so you need to move a bit at a time. And this is the reason why I didn't want to move it, because I can't place a stair over here as much further, so it's just a little bit further that I can actually go here. See if we can. This is also something that is a bit annoying, because if you are with the mouse pointer over here, you can't click it and build. So I would prefer, when you are building in building mode, this quest log should just disappear, because it makes it a bit yeah, you can't build for some reason. So let's see if we can just move it there. No. So do that again. And as I said, now that the quest log is in the way and I can't place it just because of the quest log, it really is a little bit of a nuisance that it does that. Also a little bit irritating that you have to move them so far away so that you can place them, because they are thinking that it's something that is there that you want to. Let's do this then. So I can actually have that there. It's kind of a thing that I think is irritating, that I can't place it there. No, I needed to move it further away. And I think it's nothing on the ground, it's just more that it's outside the building area there. I need to move it even further, it seems. This is the one thing that is a bit irritating, that you need to do that. And then you have to go back here to build. So move it back a little bit more. There we go. Move the shopping. Build that there. Let's also move this one. And now when we have done that, here comes a I can't build that there because of what? Oh, the legs. Okay, so we need another that one. This habitat is that you need to now then build doors to it. So you have these, that is a new ones. Or either you just seal it off with a window, or you have to build more doors. So some of the items really need to do this, some doesn't. So let's see. Oh. So we're gonna need a blue one there. Okay. Let's not even bother on going out that way then. So let's have that one there. I don't think we're gonna need this one at all. So take that away. Facilities and welfare. Okay, so it's gonna be needing a green one, I think, over there. That's in the way. So let's run around and take care of that. I need to go in, by the way, here. Also going out this way, so let's build that so we can not destroy that. I was more thinking of building. So this habitat that I built here in the middle is not giving any buffs at all. It just makes it look nice in my opinion for a 4-way. Now let's see. When you have these, you can actually jump out, go out of them and so on. So we're gonna need a green one and a blue one. So let's use them up and all of them then. There we go. I always do like to see if I can get away with building without demolishing, but sometimes it's just not possible. This is the sleeping area. So we have that. We did buy a bunch of items. So let's see. Also going to need to expand to that area over there. Could... No, it's the alt. We could do a... We have 90 degrees? No. We have 45 degrees and that doesn't work. You can build this one and then make a window on the other side if you want to. I was thinking of placing the sleeping habitat over there instead. And I think I'm gonna just go and do this. And for now, just seal it off with a Let's do that for now. So, let's take the bed, move that in here. And this is one way I prefer to make a move. Just because then you can faster just swap things around, and then you can just go zoom in a little bit closer to have them where you want them. So as I said, this is the sleeping habitat that gives you the well-rested buff. And we want oh right, I just bought the wrong shelves, just because there is no really good wall to place them. Here it seems they are placeable though. Oh. Kind of like that. And now you can placeable and take that one, and then you can... No. You can, but it doesn't really fit on these shelves. The other shelf is much better for it, but you can make a little wall with those dudes. I would prefer that they give you a specific shelf that you just place them into a slot than actually make them just look good. Some of them have pointy hats like that one, and it just makes it a bit sticking through if you place it on the second floor. So you have to wait for the other one that actually fits perfectly down there instead. Which makes me, that is a little bit like I want it to look good if I play something. It makes me sad because I can't then make it that way. So, do we have anything else that we want to build? We want to build that one, so we have the crafting here now instead. Let's make a bunch of those. Let's make 2 of those as well, because we're gonna need them later on. You find quite a bunch of them out in the world, but it's just nice to have everything on you instead. There we go, then we used up some of the resources. Let's place gold there instead. Oh, right, that one is the food. That one should be over here. Okay. Make some more soup, and I prefer to make these ones in the end because they give a little bit more. This is 15, 20, 22, and these are 20, 25 and 25, which is helping you so much more when you're down below. But that's why you also want to use these cola that you get, just because they give you the stamina. So after a while you will go low on stamina, and you will need to get some more of the see these arc colas ones. You need refined sugar, which is made by the refined sugar, and you make that by doing these, and you go in here and you have refined sugar here. You need sugar plants, but I prefer to never go out of it, so I don't gonna use that if I have 4 and it will use it. So I prefer to just wait for them. Like, I don't want to use Here I can see I can actually use this because I will have still mushrooms. It just makes it easier when you are doing things that you go in and just press F and just clear your inventory if you have those in that place. So there, and keep those on. So right now I don't have anything that actually gives the highest boost to the stamina, which means I need to just eat the same food several times and waste some of the materials. So, but anyway. But yeah, I'm gonna call it here. Thank you everyone for watching. And next time we are going to go through the other way that we got us, and that is over here. In this direction over here, that way. We just place that ramp, and then we go in that way instead. Check on the gold area there and see what we need. Making up a list what we kind of need to having and crafting, and then we can see what we actually gonna be able to do. Now we can make that as well. I think that should be possible to place that one there. It's quite big, as you can see. But it should be possible. Like that, maybe. It could be a nice one to have. Have the storage over there. And then on this side, maybe I build the crafting area later, which is gonna need that habitat that does the crafting. I might need to change this again later on for the 4-way, but I might also take this one away and just place like I've done on my other save. I placed the storage here in the middle to make the 4-way connection with that, and then I had the construction and everything around here instead. I might do the same here. Just don't know if it will go past. I might need to explode this stone over here, but that's for next time. So thank you everyone for watching. If you like this video, like and subscribe. Please leave a comment below. It's always fun to read what you think about the videos that I produce. And I will see you. Take care everyone. Bye.